Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers for Wednesday, April 23, 2025, are here. In tomorrow's episode, fans can expect Laura Collins, Jeannie Francis, to issue a warning, but it sounds more like a premonition. Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, tries to block Willow Tate Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen. Plus, Ezra Boyle, Daniel Cosgrove faces off with Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott. In the next episode, fans can expect Laura to sit down and issue a warning. It is stated that Laura defends herself. However, a preview clip also shows Laura predicting that if they keep pushing Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Benard, out, then they could end up with someone much worse. While Laura tries to defend herself, she's also right on the money. Fans know that there is someone much worse waiting in the wings, Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rhoda. Over with Tracy, she tries to make a deal with Ezra. However, it's not just money that Drew is promising Ezra. Fans know that Drew wants to put Ezra in charge, but he will still need to do whatever the congressman says. That sounds like a threat rather than an alliance. It sounds like Drew might be forcing Ezra to do his bidding. However, when Tracy tries to offer a deal, Ezra offers his own challenge. Speaking of Drew, he has a tense encounter with Willow. Right after Willow and the kids moved in, Drew suggested she sign legal documents. These documents will allow Drew and Willow to take care of the others' children if something happens to them. However, Drew doesn't really care about Willow or those children. In any case, Willow has decided to face Michael Corinthos, last played by Chad Jewell, in Germany. However, when Willow informs Drew of her plans, he doesn't seem to be on board. In fact, a preview clip shows Willow getting pretty intense and even hopping up and down as she tries to explain things to Drew. This actually has me worrying about if Drew will try to block her trip somehow. Fans can also expect Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, and Carly Spencer, Laura Wright to clash over the Willow situation. Meanwhile, Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, tells Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrous that the simplest solution is to tell Willow the truth. Plus, Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, and Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havins Bruning, discuss family matters. Port Charles is on fire this Wednesday, April 23, with secrets exploding, tempers flaring, and past decisions coming back to haunt. From Carly's shocking discovery to Laura issuing a stern warning, Drew unraveling at the seams, and Nina facing a truth that will shake her to the core, this is a day in Port Charles you won't want to miss. Carly's horror, a betrayal she never saw coming. At the Metro Court, Carly Spencer tries to keep things running smoothly, until a phone call stops her cold. A voice from the past delivers chilling news that someone close to her has been hiding a devastating secret. Carly, already balancing her complicated relationships and Sonny's dangerous world, never expected Michael to betray her trust. The phone call is from Brick, who's been keeping tabs on Pikeman's recent activities at Sonny's request. But instead of giving an update on Sonny, Brick drops a bomb. Michael recently contacted him, asking for information about Sonny's shipment schedules. Carly's blood runs cold. Why would Michael go behind her back? What is he planning? And worst of all, is he helping the feds or someone even more dangerous? She rushes out of the Metro Court, her mind racing. Could her own son be conspiring against his father? Or is he trying to protect the family in his own misguided way? Either way, Carly is horrified. Her family is spiraling, and she's no longer sure who she can trust. Laura's warning. Charlotte's shadow grows darker. Meanwhile, Laura Collins visits Anna Devane at her penthouse, trying to keep a calm demeanor, but it's clear the mayor is carrying a heavy burden. She brings Anna a troubling update from Valentine. Charlotte is missing again. Anna is stunned. After all the work they've done to get Charlotte back on track after Victor's influence, this latest disappearance is too familiar, and too dangerous. Laura warns Anna, this isn't just a teenager acting out. I believe Charlotte's being manipulated again, or worse, she's choosing to follow in her grandfather's footsteps. Laura's fears aren't unfounded. She recently found one of Victor Cassadine's journals hidden among Charlotte's belongings. Inside were pages circled in red ink, pages about revenge, legacy, and the importance of preserving the Cassadine name. Anna clenches her jaw. If Charlotte is reading Victor's writings, this isn't just a family issue, it's a potential threat to everyone in Port Charles. Laura gently reminds Anna, you may love Valentine, but you need to prepare for the possibility that his daughter is already lost, and if that's true, we'll have to stop her. No matter what. Drew spirals. The pressure mounts. Over at Aurora Media, Drew Kane is trying to juggle too many balls, and it's starting to show. Since returning from Pentonville, Drew has been burying himself in work and PR appearances to prove he's still in control. But beneath the polished exterior, the cracks are beginning to form. He gets a visit from Alexis Davis, who's concerned about Drew's recent erratic behavior. Rumors are swirling that he's been making risky business deals, alienating board members, and even firing trusted staff without cause. Drew snaps. "I'm doing what I have to do to keep this company alive," he growls. "No one understands the pressure I'm under." Alexis, calm but firm, tells Drew that he needs to deal with his trauma, not ignore it. She encourages him to talk to Kevin or someone trained to help him unpack his time in prison, and what it did to him. But Drew isn't ready. Instead, he lashes out, "You want me to go to therapy while my life is falling apart? No, thanks." After Alexis leaves, Drew slams his office door shut, breath heaving. Then he takes out a hidden flash drive and plugs it into his laptop. The screen flickers to life with encrypted files marked ELQ Security Archives. Drew's planning something big, and maybe illegal. The question is, who is he targeting? Ned, Valentine, or someone else entirely? Nina stunned, a truth too big to ignore. Across town, Nina Reeves is trying to salvage what's left of her relationship with Willow. After weeks of tentative conversations, Willow has agreed to meet at the hospital's rooftop garden for a quiet talk. But the peace doesn't last long. As they talk, Willow asks Nina a pointed question: "Do you know who tipped off the SEC about Carly and Drew?" Nina freezes. The old lie is starting to close in around her, especially now that Sunny and Ava are drifting closer, and she's further on the outs with everyone in Sunny's orbit. Just as Nina starts to formulate a vague denial, Martin Gray walks up unexpectedly, holding a folder. "You might want to explain this before someone else does," he says, and hands her the file. Inside is a copy of the SEC tip submission, traced back to Nina's encrypted email. It's all there: the metadata, the timestamps, and the signature. The one thing she hoped would never surface. Willow is stunned. She stares at Nina, betrayal written across her face. "You did this," she whispers. "You sent my mother to prison." Nina stammers, trying to explain how she only did it because she thought Carly deserved consequences, how she never meant for it to go that far, how she was trying to protect Sunny. But Willow doesn't want to hear it. She turns away, eyes filled with tears. "You were finally getting a second chance. With me. With this family. And you just threw it away." Nina is left alone, the city lights twinkling in the distance, as her world starts to unravel. Also happening in Port Charles. Christina Corinthos Davis bumps into Dex at Charlie's and gets an earful about Sunny's recent violent outburst. She's shocked to learn how volatile her father has become since cutting off his medications. Christina begins to wonder, is Sunny heading toward another breakdown? Trina Robinson gets a mysterious message from an unknown number. Ask Spencer what really happened in Paris. Is this about Esme? Or something even darker? Sam McCall and Dante Falconeri finally get a moment alone at the PCPD locker room, but their kiss is interrupted by urgent news: the body of a known pikeman associate was just pulled from the harbor. A warning. Or a mistake. Elizabeth Weber shares a tense moment with Finn, who continues to spiral from his malpractice suit. She urges him to fight, but he's contemplating walking away from medicine altogether. Wednesday, April 23rd, will be a game changer in Port Charles. With so many secrets about to explode, no one is safe from the fallout. Carly is horrified, Laura sees danger on the horizon, Drew's about to cross a line he can't uncross, and Nina. She might lose everything, including herself. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.